Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you my makeup routine and how I went from this to this. So with that being said, you could either use the Elmer's glue, lash glue, or brow soap when laying down your brows. See, what this does is it keeps your brow hairs in place, leaving it an easier application for your pomade. When doing brows, all it is just following the shape of your brow and filling it in, Nothing much to it, don't think about it too hard. Alright, so we don't want no pimples and all that other bullshit. So I'm gonna go in with this moisturizer, CERAVE. Just gonna rub all that in. I never used to moisturize before, which was a bad idea because it left my makeup looking very cakey and dry afterwards, even if it wasn't. So a good skin routine that you can manage and keep up with is a game changer. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. So what I'm demonstrating here is I'm underlining my brow with a very light concealer. What this does is it highlights my brow bone and gives a very nice definition. I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Incognito Mega Lash Concealer in shade Fair Beige. So I just go in with my fingers, but you could use a beauty blender, a brush. So I'm going in with the Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Foundation in shade Cream Beige. Let me just say, I love this foundation. This is the dewy one. I've tried the matte one as well. They're both very good, alright? They leave my skin looking so good. Alright, so I am highlighting my under eyes with the same shade of concealer as from earlier. Now, what I like is doing a bright under eye. See, what I'm doing is I'm going in the areas that are pretty dark to me, and I'm going to highlight those areas, which is my under eyes, my side of my nose, and around my lips. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm going in with the same concealer, but one shade darker in light beige. I'm going to carve my nose and around my lips. Alright, so now I'm going in and contouring my nose and my cheekbones with the contour stick from Wet n Wild. It's the dual-ended contour stick. What I like about this one is it has the contour side and then it has the highlighting side. I'm just telling you right now, you gotta go get this contour stick. Alright, so we're just going to spray down in the MILANI Make It Last setting spray, and then I'm going to go in and take a foundation brush and only blend down at the bottom of my face. So once you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and take your concealer brush and start patting it out. You don't want to go too far out to your cheekbones. Just try to keep that product on the inner corner so that it leaves like a very bright under eye effect. Alright, so after that, I'm just going in with my contour brush and blending out my contour, but I just like to keep it at the very top and just dab it up, Don't try to bring it down too far so that it gives you a very high snatched look. Alright, so I'm just going in with this double-sided contour brush and blending out with the fluffy side, and afterwards, if it's like too fluffed out for you, you could go in with the harsher side and remake your lines if you need to. So what I'm doing here is I'm making a line above the tip of my nose and then making a triangle at the bottom. And then, like I said earlier, I'm going to go back in and remake those lines a little harsher so it gives me more of a defined look. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm highlighting the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. See, if it blends out too much, you could go back in and reshape if you need to. Alright, so the key to blending this out is taking your beauty blender and dabbing it on the side of your nose to the inner corner of your eye. Alright, I'm just going ahead and doing the other side and then blending out any harsh lines that I see. Alright, so how I bake is I go along my nose and I just press it into my skin and then going on to the sides of my eyes and just pressing it in. So I'm going to continue pressing it into my skin until I can possibly see no more powder. And if there is any excess powder, just go ahead and wipe that off. But I'm going ahead and going to do it to the other side and then just all around my face. Alright, so afterwards I'm just going to go ahead and take my blush, and just like my contour, I'm just going to keep it on the very top of my cheekbones so it gives a very lifted effect. So what I'm doing here is bringing it down to the apple of my cheeks and then adding some on my eyelids so it brings a pink eyeshadow effect. Afterwards, I'll just go in on the rest of my face so I can add some color, and then go in on the tip of my nose for a coat effect. Alright, let me just say this is my favorite lip combo at the moment. I'm going in with the NYX Lip Pencil in shade Club Hopper. I like to overline my lips just a little bit. And then I'm going in with the NYX pencil in shade Cold Brew. What I'm doing here is I'm just blending these two colors together so it ombrates out. And then in the middle, I'm going in with NYX pencil and Natural, so it all blends out evenly together. Alright, so what you want to do here is go in with your concealer and just clean up the sides so it gives you a more nice, clean look. Alright, so here's my favorite part. I'm going in with my lip gloss from Queen Cosmetics in the shades Divine Aura and Interstellar. See, it's like a orangey pinkish shimmer and then a gold shimmer, and when they mix, it's just so pretty. I love it. I love it so much. So I'm just going ahead and spraying down my face. I love how shiny it looks afterwards. And then if necessary, just go ahead and go back with your beauty blender and just dab out some areas. Alright, so I'm going to be showing you how I apply my lashes. These are from Butterfly Effect by Desi. See, what I'm doing here is just I'm trimming the very tips of the lash so that it doesn't poke the inner corner of my eye. Alright, so I'm going in with my Wet n Wild mascara. I don't really have a specific mascara I like. As long as it sticks to my lashes, then we good. So what I'm doing here is I'm applying Duo Lash Glue to my lashes and to my lash line. Alright, so in case you didn't know, whenever your glue is blue, that means it's too wet to apply your lashes. So what you're going to want to do is wait until it's invisible, where you don't see the glue anymore. That means your lashes are tacky enough to apply, and they'll stick all day. Alright, so what I'm doing here is applying this highlighter all over my face because there's no because. It's highlighter. The more the better. But I mean, I think I did apply a bit too much, so I'm just gonna dab that out real quick. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm just applying some fake mo's, some fake beauty marks because I'm beautiful. Alright, as you can see, I'm showing you how it looks once it's dry. It's very clear, which means it's tacky and good to go. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm holding a hand mirror so I can have a better view of how I apply. What makes it easy is applying the lash at the very end and then just working it all into place. Alright, so because I'm not really good with my left hand, I have trouble applying this lash to my eye. So I just kind of wing it when I can, and when I can't, I just start over. You know, practice makes perfect. Ta-da! So this is the finished look. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to drop a like, a comment, and subscribe!